How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another little video. This is just kind of a tripod review. I've been using these two tripod, way different brands for the past, I'd say, 3 weeks. And so far, I'll tell you my honest opinions on all of them. One is the Canati tripod by Muley Maniacs, and then the other one is Alpin. I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's another super cool tripod. So let's just get right into it. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys what I like and what I dislike about each product and which company I think I'm hopefully gonna work with this year. And it's super cool just because both these companies reached out at about the same time, and the way that I am is I want quality and durability and just everything that I look in for a tripod, just because I hunt the backcountry a lot. So lightweight somewhat, but I don't really care about the weight issue. So let's get into these tripods and I'll show you guys the pros and the cons. This is the Alpin tripod, carbon fiber tripod, Hunter series. I don't do much research on all these, but has super nice twisty ones, and as you can tell, it comes out super easy. Boom. And it's a very tall tripod. I'll kind of show you how tall it is. It's well over 6 foot. I don't know all the specs on it, and I don't really care. I'm here to test the durability and show you guys what I like and dislike about it. So far, using this tripod, as you can tell, it's super easy to expand, really quick and simple. And I've had a lot of hikes that I'm hiking, busting my ass, and then I look over and there's a way big buck, and I want a tripod that gets out super fast and super easy and just very simple to use. That's honestly the main things I look for in a tripod. So let's get this bad boy set up and act like I'm kind of glassing your guys' direction with my big ass razor spotter. This is the 85mm, so it's a true test. It's about as big as a spotting scope can get, weight wise and size wise, so it's going to be perfect to test on. So let's get this bad boy set up and I'll kind of show you guys everything that I like about it. This is kind of how it is fully set up. It's like a normal tripod, has the expandable thing so you can kind of put it on an angle like most, but this one's nice because you can kind of pop it up and it stays, and then you can obviously do it 3 different ways. And as you can tell, it is very smooth. Act like I'm glassing. A little closer look at this pan head of the Alpin tripod. I'm absolutely loving it. There's 3 little gadgets that you move. I don't know how to call that or whatever, but I'll just kind of show you what each one does and why I like it. And it's just super simple head on this tripod, and that's honestly what I love most about tripods and what I look for in most of the tripods I've used, is the way the pan head is set up, and if it's super simple and super easy to use and just moves really good. And this one so far is amazing, so I'll kind of show you guys a little rundown of that. This little one down here right in the bottom of the tripod head, you just click that and boom, that's what moves it side to side. Super smooth, as you can tell. Like, look at that. It's not so easy you can push it, but it is very smooth that you can easily move it. And this tripod's really going to do some work with my new binos and my new tripod mount for my binos. So super excited about, like I said, that little one moves it side to side, and then there's actually 2 little ones. There's this one and then this one, and I'm pretty sure this is how it is. You leave this one kind of loose, as you can tell, and then this one is the main bad boy. You push it forward to loosen it, and then we'll loosen this bad boy. Whoa, as you can tell, that's what moves it like this, and it's just super smooth, and that's exactly what I look for in a tripod. So that's kind of what it's got. That's what you kind of expect. You just turn that forward, and it's very, like, look at that, not moving. And then you just move it like that, boom. That's kind of how slick it is. So super awesome pan head as of right now, but in a few months I'll definitely let you guys know if I like it. And then it's just got this nice bubble. As you can tell, I'm not even close to centered, but you get the idea. So far I'm loving the Alpin tripod head. It's super slick, and yeah, it works very good so far as of using it. And on the pan head itself, it has this little knob that it comes unscrewed, and there's 4 different ways to screw it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can kind of use it whichever way you feel is necessary, and that's why it's awesome, is it's kind of customizable. So I like that part about it. This is super nice and super slick. I love this pan head a lot just because it comes with this little handle, and look at how nice this is when you scan. It just fits your hand so nice, and it doesn't get in the way of your bino pack or anything. It's like the perfect size. It's not too big, not too small. It's absolutely perfect so far, and I love that part about it. So this is kind of what it looks like. It obviously comes with switchable these, so if you wanted to unscrew it and put some sharper ones on it, or however you like it. I honestly just like these. I don't really care to do that. But this tripod also has a pretty damn badass feature. So as you can tell, there's 2 spots that have the logo, and look what it does. Let's put the old hat back on so I don't look like such a idiot, but as you can tell, it has 2 logos right here, and this is kind of a cool feature that I like and dislike at the same time, and I'll tell you why. But they unscrew, and then let me just unscrew them real quick. They unscrew perfectly, and as you can tell, that lightens the tripod a lot. So you put this back on your backpack, and it obviously lightens it a lot, and just keep that in mind. Boom, on your backpack, and then look at this. This can become 2 different trekking poles, which is a pretty dang cool add-on, as you can tell. But the only dislike about these is they're freaking heavy trekking poles. I don't know, I think it's like 1.5 pounds each, and obviously in a trekking pole you're not going to want to pack that much. So that's honestly the only dislike, and I'm going to tell them about it unless they watch this video, and then they'll know. But obviously it can become 2 amazing trekking poles. So this is a really good pro in ways, because what if you're way back in the backcountry, some of your trekking poles break or something like that, but you have your tripod, and then you have at least backup trekking poles. Even if you didn't take the handles, you could still unscrew these and have 2 trekking poles if you had a heavy load or anything like that. So that's pretty dang cool design. It's very unique. I've never seen anything like this, but they're just kind of heavy. They're a little denser than I'd like in a trekking pole, but it definitely could save your ass in the long run, and maybe something else. So obviously both these turn into trekking poles, get huge because it's still the same leg off the tripod, and then it makes you take about 2 pounds onto your hands and off your tripod. So when the tripod part is on your backpack, it's obviously only like 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds or something. I don't really know the weight exactly, but it's a dense-ish tripod. It's still carbon fiber, and it's super amazing, super good quality of stuff. So that's kind of unique to any tripod company that I've ever seen. They're definitely kind of heavy, like I said, but they could save your ass. So that's pretty badass. That's a super cool tripod, and I'm honestly digging the pan head. It's one of the best pan heads I think I've ever seen out there and used. Now we're going to be done with that tripod, and now we're going to talk about the Canati tripod by Muley Maniacs. Next tripod is this big old bad boy. It's really honestly smaller than the Alpine one. This one's by Muley Maniacs, as I've said. Big ass pan head on it. And yeah, it's really honestly a little bit lighter than the Alpin one, but same quality, same honestly material. A pretty amazing tripod too. I've tested out this one a little bit more than the Alpin one, but let's get into the pros of this one and the cons, and kind of the main difference that I noticed using this tripod compared to the Alpin one. So this is kind of what you can expect on the Canati tripod. It has a little twistable thing that you can move this up and down, and then obviously you just tighten that bad boy. The pan head definitely is a little less quality on this tripod than the Alpin one, but it's still amazing quality. You can turn this bad boy and then make this super long. But I will say the first con about this tripod is when you're glassing, and it's even up to here. And yes, you can move this. Like I said, you can kind of move it out of the way like this. You can move it out of the way or turn it around and use it honestly whatever way you feel like. But the thing that I love to use tripods for is you make this straight, and then once you get it out, it has the same twisty ones, super nice, loosens really good. But once you get it out, well, never mind, because it has this little piece for the Alpin. And that's another dislike about this tripod, is it comes with a big ass pan head. But the thing is I love using my camera, the one that you guys are on, to pick up sheds and everything, and it just doesn't fit my adapter because this pan head doesn't move like normal ones. It's pretty much one thing fits one thing, not one thing fits all, kind of like the other tripod. So I guess I can't even show you what my spotting scope looks like on it, but the main thing about this tripod is it is very, very smooth. I absolutely love that part about it. It's a little more tension than the other one, and I can already tell that if you're glassing with your binos or anything, it'd be a little bit smoother than the Alpin one, just because of how just like stiff kind of. But I love stiffness just because you can kind of scan a little easier without moving or adjusting a lot more. So this pan head is awesome. It's just honestly not what I look for in a pan head, just because it's kind of big and bulky. But they do have a little bit smaller of pan heads, which I could have tried out. But for the most part, this pan head is pretty damn big. It's dense, and it really does work amazing though. And that's honestly all you look for in a tripod. So nothing against this company. Super amazing company and ran by awesome people. It's definitely a lot of cool perks to it. The way I like glassing, I like having this out, and then with a spotting scope, it kept bumping into my bino pack, so that kind of sucks. But you can definitely move it just a little bit lower, so that problem goes away. But for me, it's just kind of meh. I'd rather have something just quick and easy, super simple. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown on the pan head. It really is an amazing pan head, like I said. It's just kind of a little big, and I don't really like that part about the top part, that you kind of can't just use adapter for the pan heads, because my camera always sits on my backpack, and that always has an adapter for that, and I want it to fit my tripod just in case I'm shed hunting and want to get a pickup video or something like that. So that definitely won't work for me. But this tripod also has a pretty cool feature of doing this. It has a twistable part, because this can also be used as a trekking pole, but it doesn't come with a trekking pole head. But the one thing about this pole is, now that you got it off, it is so much lighter. I mean, so much lighter than the Alpin one. When you have both of them off, it's like literally freaking dense as crap when you're using them. So this one definitely has the Alpin one beat. If they just came out with a little head that screws on, and also just have two of them just in case that thing happens back in the backcountry and your trekking poles break, or you have a lot of heavy weight and you just don't have trekking poles. So I definitely like that part. If Alpin came out with one a little lighter like this, it'd be a lot easier to handle as trekking poles instead of just lifting weights back and forth. But I definitely like both these tripods in different ways. But I will say, in my opinion, based off both these tripods, I love the Alpin one just because it kind of is what I look for in a tripod exactly. And the little one that the Alpin company is coming out with is super amazing. It's the Wildcat. So once I get that bad boy, I'll definitely have to do a little review on it and everything. I definitely like this one a little bit more than the Canati, but definitely check out Canati. It's by Muley Maniacs on Instagram. Amazing tripod. They came out with a brand new head that could be better than this one, but for the most part, I think I'm going to end up working with Alpin. So I'm super excited about that partnership. This year is going to be an epic year, and I just can't wait to share it with you guys. So hopefully you guys follow along. Hopefully you guys hit the old subscribe button and just stay tuned. A lot of badass stuff is coming your way, and I'm just super, super excited with how this year I think is going to end up, and I just can't be more thankful of the opportunity I have to work with quite a few badass companies and just hopefully grow with them. So that's the main goal. Let's just keep on crushing. Hopefully you guys get outdoors, start shooting your bow a lot, and just keep doing you and make a life worth living, because that's all I'm trying to do, make a life worth living. So let's head home and see if we can't glass some deer, go shoot my bow, and then hopefully the snow will melt and then I can get some cameras up, or I might not even be able to this year just because of the snow. But either way, we're gonna get outdoors and have a good time. So we'll catch you guys on the next video.